Hello and welcome to the video review for the Funko Game of Thrones Legacy Collection Jaime Lannister, as voted by some of you on Twitter. Now, this is my only Game of Thrones figure so far, and honestly, I gotta say it's the best. No, not this. This is just a cardboard. This is a cardboard thing I cut out the box. Showed a photo of him on the back. I cut it out and I kept it. I've got my flash on at the moment just so that so you can see it better because it's very dark. And then this card is dark, like ridiculously dark. Still, with that out of the way, let's go on to the figure itself. Here it is, and it is, as you can see, very bright. Now, you are going to have to do a couple of tweaks with this guy. His nose is looking a bit yellow on camera, but trust me, it is not. That's just the light. Now, the tweaks do make him a little bit better. They're not major. First of all, shoulder armor is inhibiting articulation. So what you do is you just peel it here, up to about here, and you'll pop these two pegs out. And when you do, you'll get more movement out of the shoulder, more outward motions. It's very soft and rubbery. Like, look at that. Like, look at this. Look how rubbery that is. This is very nice rubbery stuff. Another thing you have to do, this is for both the hands. You have to get a knife and separate the fingers from the thumb. You can probably see it there because unfortunately they're molded together. So you need to separate them, and I just bent his thumb out. Oh dear, I have to glue that back in. And the final one you need to do is take a knife, slip it in here, and just do this. This will free up leg movement. So other than that, let's get on to the figure itself. In fact, before we do that, let's get onto his one accessory. A sword. It's not a looking sword. Pretty basic. Nothing too spectacular, really. Sculpting is, it's okay. Not much to it. For continuity of the show, we're going to put it in this hand now, because in the show he does now use it in this hand. It's a long story. As you can see, it's a bit of a bloody tight fit in his hand. Also, the another reason why is because I don't want to risk that thumb coming off. I have to glue that back on at some point. Looks pretty good. Now, the one problem with the Game of Thrones figures, fortunately, this guy does not have... There's two problems. This guy does not have either of them. One of them may occur in the future. One of them will not occur. First of all, problem one, the lightness on most of the figures is a bit bad. This, I'd say, is really good. I don't know why the camera's making his nose show up yellow. It is not yellow in person. It's actually flesh colour. Camera flash. Now, this white paint here on his chest and this white paint in his crown symbol are actually painted on. The rest of the paint I did not paint on, but that is a pretty good likeness to the actor who played him, who is Nikolai. I can't remember his name, but, Jaime Lannister. Looked good. The other problem is joints. The previous series, well, series 1, used clear plastic joints, which broke all the time. This guy does not. As you can see, some paint is scraped away from the joint. Oh. And it is like a similar plastic colour to the joint itself. It's a similar plastic colour to the actual rest of the plastic itself. So that's pretty good. Now, articulation. Well, I'm happy to report that despite this being Funko's like second series of figures, they've kind of nailed most of the articulation along with Gentle Giant nailing the sculpts. So we have a ball jointed head, ball peg. Not the greatest range of motion with certain things. So tilting is a bit meh. Up and down is hindered. Now his hair is actually very rubbery, but it's because of the back piece in there that kind of hinders it. If you pulled the hair off and cut that away, you may be able to get some more up motion, but I really don't want to modify this guy. Shoulders, if you detach the arm, if you do not detach the armor, you only get that much. If you manage to detach the armor, you get pretty much all the way up. So that's pretty cool. And you can even go higher than that. That looks a bit ridiculous. So that's a swivel hinge shoulder, so it also swivels as well as hinges. Swivel hinge elbow, which is really tight. So it hinges roughly just short of 90. This one does go 90. This one's just a little bit short. I don't know. It rotates too. The rotation's a bit loose on this one, but this one's got nice and tight. Hear that? It's like a ratchet. God, that is tight. Like, this one's loosening up now, which is good. If I just get his arms out the way. He also has... we'll pull his sword out. This is also rubbery, this piece here, so it moves around a lot. He has a mid-torso ball joint, which rotates more than anything. It can pivot, go forward, and go back quite a amount, actually. Now, provided you do the leg mod on the skirt here, you can get his leg to go all the way forward. It's a little bit stiff. The higher you get it, the stiffer it gets. So you can get it all the way up here. You can get it going this far out. And not really so far back, so it's kind of Marvel Legends like. You can't like get it really far up. But get an upper leg cut joint. Also, these thighs are ball jointed, by the way. So, you know, just like Marvel Legends. Also, the copyright stuff is printed right there, which is pretty cool. You get a double jointed knee. Not bad, actually. That's pretty decent. And then you get a hinge in the foot, which doesn't go so much. Like, it goes back that far. It moves. It doesn't really move up, but it does have ankle pivot. Like, it doesn't go far that way, but it goes far that way. So, it kind of goes weird, though. So, like, it's kind of something like that. Just focus the camera here. With his sword. Let's pop his sword in the sheath. This stores in really well, actually. That's pretty good. I like that. That's kind of like a little gimmick. The ones that have the scabbards, or the sheaths, whatever you want to call them, the ones that have the scabbard, will actually work. So that is really good. Do I have any gripes about this guy? Maybe the feet could have done with a wash, as they're just flat brown. And maybe a little bit better articulation than the ball joints. Oh, I forgot. His hands are on a rotation, a swivel hinge. So they swivel and they also hinge. Can't believe I forgot the wrist articulation. So yeah, they very Marvel Legends like. The only difference is there's no ab crunch and there is no double jointed elbow and bicep swivel, and there's no disc hinge in the neck. What am I going to give this guy? Well, honestly, I'm going to give him a 9. The only thing holding it back is, well, don't know. I don't really know. Oh yeah, actually there is the fact that his fingers are molded together and you can't get a sword in his hand without having to mod him. That's my only real gripe, but it's fixable. Also, some people say this hinders him a bit. It does return to its shape, but it will flat. So if you pop it on there, he will stand like that. Comparing the likeness to the card. So that's okay. Still, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.